we prepare for IIT exam, we give two years of our life to it. Or if we are going for an IAS exam, we give 2 years of our life to this. But when we are trying to get pregnant, we don't even give 3 months to ourselves. So there's no preparation that we are doing, because if you're living a very high stress lifestyle for many years, which most working women are, which like me, when you were in your 30s, you're working and you're not looking after your food, nutrition, nothing, everything is in the back burner. And then suddenly now you want to conceive, like, okay, ab itna time ho gaya, chale, karte hain.
Right.
So, but what preparation did you do? Did you prepare your body for 3 months? Or it was the clock and then gynecological visit and then IUI, IVF back to back. And then that just goes into this cyclical that just goes on and on and on. So taking a step back and then preparing your body for 3 to 6 months can make a huge difference. Even after that, if you have to go for an IVF, I say that, okay, there's a physiological issue. There maybe your ovaries are, not producing enough follicles, or there's a uterus issue, whatever it is. At least prepare your body so that your IVF chances are increased. Absolutely. Because that will also promote your IVF success as well.
Absolutely.
Because you'll produce good quality eggs. Your body will respond better to the hormonal injections that are given to you. So preparation is really important. I think that's what we do at Women Wellness First, is that I work with women on a 3-month program where I help them with nutrition, with the right kind of supplementation, with the right kind of lifestyle approach, where we put yoga and pranayama into it.
Right.
So there's a whole protocol, which is just not only focused on one thing, but it's a holistic program.
Absolutely.
Where we bring in the science and we also bring in the yogic practices.
Absolutely.
And we combine them together and give them a customized protocol. And do these 10 things and then do it in and out every day, and then prep your body for 3 months. And then conception is just a byproduct of a good, healthy body.
Absolutely.
Because body is actually...
well put.
Yeah.
Such simple words.
Yes.
Really. Pooja, in one of the podcasts, Acharya ji, he's a spiritual person, right? See the spiritual angle combining with the science angle. He clearly said, आपके घर में कोई मेहमान आता है तो आप पहले उसकी तैयारी कितने अच्छे से तैयारी करते हैं. आप घर को सजाते हैं, एक्स्ट्रा बेस्ट क्रॉकरी बाहर निकालते हैं, बेस्ट खाना बना के लेके आते हैं. जब एक मेहमान जो एक डिनर की या लंच के लिए आप इतनी तैयारी करते हो, अपने घर की सफाई एक्स्ट्रा करते हो, तो फिर बॉडी जो आपका, जिसमें आप एक दिव्य आत्मा चाहते हो आने के लिए. So this is exactly what you're saying, that you need to prepare your body.
You need to prepare
and mind.
And it's an 18-year project, right? So once a baby comes out,
absolutely,
it's your at minimum 18 year ki to responsibility hai hi. So something that you're jumping into for 18 years of commitment, give yourself 3 months. Give yourself that much time where you prepare your body. Start eating well, start sleeping on time, give up alcohol. Women give up alcohol the moment they come to know that they are pregnant. But that's a bit late.
It is late.
So you have to leave it at least 6 months gap between the time that you get pregnant and before that, when you give up your alcohol, your smoking, your late nights, your parties, and you're sleeping on time, waking up on time, doing your morning rituals of yoga, pranayama. These are magical practices. Simple pranayama of 20 minutes can actually balance your hormones naturally. It can, and I've done a full series on pranayama on my YouTube channel. Okay. There are 7-8 videos that we've made only to explain how pranayama can affect women health.
Right.
And we've gone deep into what Kapalbhati does, what Anulom Vilom does, what Chandrakriya does, and how it can then impact your overall health. And then once the hormones get balanced, then conception happens very naturally after that.
Absolutely. I think itne podcast hue hain. Honestly, now you see how worth it is to have another nutritionist speaking on the same subject. Probably aap logo ke hisab se, look at the wisdom. How simply she's put it for you to understand kitna zaruri hai body ko detox karna, usko prepare karna to get pregnant. And pregnancy can be such an easy thing if everything else is aligned well.
Yes.
Which is
because I feel like there's a lot of panic in women. Like, for example, a lot of women come to me with PCOS issues,
right,
with thyroid issues. But the major concern, I want to get pregnant. But I'm saying, if you will get pregnant with a PCOS situation, then you are asking for more problems later on. Because pregnancy is just the beginning. What women, when they are becoming pregnant for the first time, don't realize that once you get pregnant, that's just the beginning. Yeah. They feel like bas pregnant ho jaye And that is it. We've achieved. But actually, no. Pregnancy then is just the beginning. And after that, you have 9 months and then postnatal care. All that comes into play. And if you are not in the right sort of frame of mind, physically, mentally, spiritually, then that can take a toll on the body, and it can worsen this. Your pregnancy symptoms can be quite bad.
Right.
Your pregnancy, the whole 9-month journey can be quite tough.
Absolutely.
So when for example somebody comes to me with a PCOS issue, then we'll say, okay, let's correct the PCOS first. Then give it another 3 months to get pregnant after that, because you don't want to go into pregnancy with insulin resistance sitting on your,
Right.
because then gestational diabetes will come in 3 months. Then you'll have to deal with that. And then you have, with gestational diabetes comes the danger and the risks of having an overweight baby, and then prone to more C-sections and things like that. So why do you want to risk all that when give yourself some time,
Absolutely.
correct your PCOS, correct your insulin resistance at the right time, get all your tests done, check your vitamin D levels, your B12 levels, your iron levels, get ready, and then go into pregnancy. You can also enjoy the pregnancy because it's such a beautiful time of your life. So why would you want to be on bed rest at that time? You want to enjoy that time.
True. And like you mentioned one thing, you were underweight. I
Yes.
think in today's time when girls are going for zero size, I think it's so important for them to realize
Yes.
that as a basic thing,
Yeah.
they need to be of a certain weight, which I think is a new knowledge added today, that
Yes.
if you are planning a pregnancy, be of a certain weight. Make sure your vitamin D levels are fine, like you
Yes.
mentioned that before
Yes.
we were talking.
Yeah.
It was your vitamin D which was so low,
Very
which
low.
causes
Infertility. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If these are corrected,
Yeah.
you could take care of the major part of it.
Absolutely. These are really basic things. Like vitamin D, for example, when I was going through the infertility journey, my vitamin D was very low, but nobody pointed it out in India. And then we took a consultation with a doctor in US, like a telephonic consultation. And he said that your vitamin D is low. There's no way you can conceive. We won't even suggest you an IVF if your vitamin
My
D
goodness,
levels are so low.
imagine.
So
And
fix that
something
first.
as simple and complicated as that, right?
Yes. And vitamin D is also connected to very low AMH levels. I'm sure you must have heard of this AMH a lot in your
Right.
infertility journey. A lot of people talk about, oh, your AMH is very low, you can't conceive naturally, so you should go for an IVF. But low AMH is directly related to low vitamin D levels. So if your vitamin D levels go up, your AMH levels can improve. And then that obviously will improve your fertility. So something so basic as that can get missed.